Well, hey y'all, it is Arkansas season here it's always Arkansas season in Arkansas. You know what else it is? It's strawberry season in Arkansas. So today, I'm gonna make us a salad. And it's going to be on a spring mix. And we're gonna have toasted pecans. We're gonna have gluten-free cornbread croutons. We're gonna have some cooked chicken. And we're gonna have some strawberries. And we're gonna have some feta cheese and a homemade strawberry balsamic vinegar. But I'm gonna show you, first off, I love this stuff. This is the best cornbread that's gluten-free that I have found. Think about gluten-free breads. It's hard for them to stick together for me as a home cook. Now, you can go buy, some recipes call for like a fourth a teaspoon of this and that. I don't want to buy a big bag that's $10 of something for a fourth a teaspoon. So I find it more economical to me just to buy a good product that I can trust and I know it works. And this has a cup of milk, a third cup of vegetable oil, and an egg. I just follow the back like it says. Where I did y'all hold that for me. What I did vary from, I didn't cook it in the iron skillet this time. I cooked it in just old cookie sheet. And I sprayed it well, and I poured out my cornbread on it, and then I baked it until it was done. It took almost 30 minutes. And it was nice and brown on the top. So what I did, I turned it over. I just put it on, took this other cookie sheet like this, go away, and flipped it over. And I stuck it back in the oven to let it bake some more because it's real tender and it'll tear up if you don't. Now I do like to make this with cornbread that I've done in an iron skillet, but it ends up thick and then I slice it in half, and I thought, why don't we just start with something about the size of a flatbread? And look, somebody had cornbread for supper. Guess who it was? So I'm going to use probably half of this because, well, we'll see, about half of this because it's a very good snack and I love it. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to cut this in crouton size pieces. And it doesn't have to be exact or precise. And I think that's about all I'm going to do right there. Just cut them this way. I didn't want to use my knife because this is not the best cookie sheet in the world, but that doesn't mean I don't want to take care of it. You know what I'm talking about? So, there we go. All right. So, I'm just going to take these and put them in this bowl. Now, I am going to be careful with them because they are cooked on the top and the bottom, but I still don't want them to fall apart all that much. But the crumbs are nice too. All right, let me get this out of the way. I'm going to use the same piece of parchment paper and waste not, want not. So what I'm going to do to this, hang on a minute, y'all. I'm going to use a non-flavored organic coconut cooking oil for this. You could use Wesson, Chefway, Riceland, whatever cooking oil you want to use. Or you could use olive oil. But I'm going to save my good olive oil for something else. And I think I have cut these too large. And so they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. And that is going to be okay. Now I'm going to put some other things in it before I stir this up. I'm just going to add some salt. And I'm going to add some garlic powder, not garlic salt, but garlic powder. You can do whatever you want to this stuff, y'all. It's so forgiving and it's so good, and it makes a nice crunchy little snack too. And I'm going to use herbs de Provence on my chicken, and so I want to go ahead and use a little bit on my croutons as well. So I'm just going to give this a little toss, get everything incorporated, kind of mixed around there very carefully, and then I'm going to put this on my cookie sheet. I'm not going to make y'all stand there and watch this. I'm going to put this on my cookie sheet with the paper on it, and I'm going to put it in the oven that's 350, and I'm going to cook it. These are larger, and so I'm going to cook this about 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to toss it, and then we'll cook it until they're good and crispy like a crouton is supposed to be. But I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get my chicken, and I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit whenever I get that yard bird over here. Okay, we got this yard bird right here we're gonna do with, and I'm gonna have one chicken hand and one clean hand. So it's just one chicken breast, and it's pretty thick, and so it's gonna take forever to cook like that. So what I'm gonna do, I have the larger side down on this side, and I'm just gonna put my hand, which is clean, on top of it, and I've already trimmed a little bit of the fat off. And so I'm just gonna take my knife, slice right down through the middle of it, and then you have 2 equal halves. And those are pretty. I'm gonna cut this one off because this side is a little thinner, and I can let the rest, these are all about the same. Let me clean that one up a little bit right there. That's something I don't think I wanna eat. Okay, now I'm gonna take just a little bit of this same coconut cooking oil, and I'm gonna put on here, and I'm gonna get some more of our herbs as I make a mess. And I'm gonna get some more of our salt, and I'm not gonna use any pepper. I'm just not pepper people, y'all. If you like pepper, put it on there. You don't have to use these seasonings. You could absolutely use Cavender's or your favorite thing. Slap your mama. Don't go slap your mama, y'all. It's a really good herb spice here in Louisiana, and every time I say that, I feel like I need to tell you the caveat of what it is. But I have my iron skillet, and I had it in the oven whenever I was heating up my, getting ready to get my croutons in there. Let me get another pot holder, y'all. I'm gonna burn myself. So I had my iron skillet in there getting hot, just because, I don't know, sound like a good idea to me. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this cooking oil and just put it in the bottom of this very hot iron skillet. It was in there at 350, so it's pretty warm. So it will encourage this chicken to go ahead and start cooking on the bottom side of it. And I'm gonna just put this side in, and I'm not gonna leave that side unflavored. I'm going to put some herbs on it, just a tiny little bit of salt, and some garlic pepper. Now I'm going to put this in the oven, and let's see, my croutons like 9 minutes and 27 seconds before I flip them. So I'm going to slide this in the other side of the oven and let this cook. And then it's probably going to take 30 minutes. That little short piece, it won't take long. So see you back here in just a little bit. All right, y'all, I'm going to make this dressing. Look at this strawberry. Isn't that beautiful? It is so good. These came from Oil Trough, Arkansas, from the Hankins family. And they are so good. And they are fresh picked, and they're just all kinds of yummy. But I was looking on Pinterest and in some of my cookbooks, and I was looking for a strawberry vinaigrette recipe that I liked. And it was so confusing. It was like there was way too many, but they all had the same amount of ingredients. So this is what I want you to do whenever you're trying to make something. Get in your kitchen. Get the ingredients that you know go in it, and get out a tablespoon thing. You know what, the measuring things. But I started with a tablespoon of this and a tablespoon of that, and then I started just adding and tasting and adding and tasting. And this is what I came up with. Now, your tongue may be different than mine, and so you can change this and do it any way you want to. But what I have in mind, I had 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Now, you can use apple cider vinegar if that's what you have. And then I had 3 tablespoons of strawberry puree, and you could use strawberry jam if you wanted to. And what I did, because I did not want to get my food processor out, and I didn't want to, so I thought, I'm just going to get out one of my new things I bought at the flea market. I love it. So I put a strawberry in here, and that was washed in room temperature because they squish better when they're room temperature. And I just squished it all to pieces, and I did that until I had 3 tablespoons. And it was about 3 strawberries, but these are wonderful strawberries, y'all. They're so good. You can't go wrong even if you add more. And let's see, I had 3 teaspoons of honey and 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard and just a pinch of salt. And I put it in my little fruit jar here. And I'm going to shake it up, and we're just going to see if it needs anything else. You don't have to follow this exactly, y'all. Be good if you did a peach salad, and you can do this with peaches too. I think all it needs is just a little bit of lettuce. So, I'm going to check on my croutons. I think they're ready to flip now. And I'll see you whenever the chicken and the croutons are done, and we'll put this salad together. Alrighty, y'all, we're gonna get ready to put this salad together. Now this is just a spring mix that has baby lettuce, baby greens, and radicchio in it. So that's all that is in my bowl so far. Now I'm going to dress it for the first time with some of our strawberry dressing. Let's see, I think I'm going to drizzle that instead of pouring it. I think I can have better control like that. Just drizzle this around. Now I'm going to give this a couple flips so it can kind of get everybody invited to the party where everybody's got some dressing on them. That's right. Alrighty. Now to this, our chicken, y'all, my house smells so good right now. This chicken is wonderful. So I'm just going to get a little bit of it and dot around on there. And it cooked perfectly. That small piece was done in 15 minutes, and the rest of it was about 25. And then, yeah, that's cool enough to touch. These croutons are a little bit big. We're gonna call them rustic, but they are so good. And this is a great way to use up any bread you have. It can be light bread, sourdough bread, rye, whatever bread you have. Don't let it die in vain, y'all. Do stuff to it. You can take this now, and I could grind this down to breadcrumbs, and then I could use this to make hush puppies. I could use this to bread some shrimp to fry. I could use this to put in my tuna croquettes. So waste not, want not, y'all. All right, let's put these beautiful strawberries around. Okay. And a few toasted pecans. Now I toasted these last night on top of the stove in my iron skillet, in a dry skillet, and I just turned them every once in a while. Now you could slice some red onion and put it in there, but I'm not in the red onion mood. But I think I will add a little bit of avocado. Now this is strawberry season, as I said, and hey, I love to try stuff. Let's see if this works, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna put my thumbs behind the seed and pop it out. Looky there, easy peasy. And but anyway, what I was going to tell you, I have a lot of strawberry recipes on my page. You can just type into your search bar at the top, Kimmy's Southern Cooking, and then just put strawberry. And last summer we made together gluten-free strawberry pizza for dessert. We made a strawberry pie. We did some strawberry freezer jam. And let's see, what else? Did we do anything? Oh, we did some savory strawberry freezer jam to put over cream cheese to eat with crackers. And that is really, really good. So I'm not going to go overboard with this avocado. I'm just going to dot a little bit around because that's a good healthy fat. And it's good for you. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of our dressing and put it here and there and yonder. And if you have produce coming off this time of year in your neck of the woods, y'all, support your local farmers. Hey, what? You know what? We forgot feta cheese. Hang on a minute. How did we forget the feta cheese? There's always one thing in a recipe that makes it to die for. And there's a lot in this one, but using feta cheese, I just love it. It just makes it even look pretty, y'all. So, there we go. Now, let's see if we can get a little bite and not embarrass ourselves. Get a little bit of that chicken, a little bit of that dressing, and I'm not gonna take a big old bite, y'all. I have lettuce hanging in my mouth. I look like a rabbit out in the yard. It's pretty good, y'all. It's gonna be a good and healthy, light supper. Thank you so much for liking and following my page, and share this with others if you want to. I appreciate it. and support some of the other home cooks that are here on Facebook. We all love y'all. It's fun to hang out together. So I'll see y'all next time. Y'all go do something fun.